Hello and welcome to A View from the Estuary. Maybe. He's already done it once and he's proved that he's done it again. And who's to say that when he comes back he just can't do it again?
Well, he probably won't after this. He's not going to get hungry on the pitch again, is he?
No, he's not. But they've proved that they don't need him in the team after their 6-0 drubbing in Newcastle last Saturday. So maybe he should be out for longer.
I think the FA have been out to get him since he got away with, he admitted diving in Premier League games, so I think the FA have been looking to make an example of him since then.
I think it's the right choice. Wales obviously won the Six Nations. They hammered England in the last game of the tournament. Without a shadow of a doubt. Johnny Wilson won even in the Six Nations. So yeah, it's the rightful decision from the manager.
It just proves that no one's irreplaceable.
Well, blue square for me, without a shadow of a doubt, Andy Cook. Some of his goals this season have been absolutely priceless for Grimsby Town. If it weren't for his goals, we wouldn't be where we finished.
Well, we finished in the same place we always do, again in the same league. But I'm going to be slightly biased as well. I'm going to say Grimsby Town's James McKeown. Without some of his saves this season, especially in the Cup final at Wembley, some of the saves he made there are outstanding. Unfortunate to lose, but he had many games like that, so I just think he needs a bit of credit for what he did this year.
In League Two, it's a tough choice. It's between many of players because League Two's been so tight all season for the teams. Obviously, it went down to the last day in relegation for Aldershot and Barnet. But I think Danny Kedwell, the Gillingham forward, he's scored. We've mentioned his name loads on Estuary Sport this season. I haven't seen him put a foot wrong in the games that I've seen Gillingham in by a shadow of a doubt. Controversial, but for the expansion of women's football, it'll be a good move for them, I think. They're obviously looking at expanding the Super League into 2 divisions. Maybe it's time that Lincoln move that step forward with women's football.
You say Lincoln make that step forward, but obviously they are going to be rebranded as Notts County, so you can't, although it's bringing the women's game on, maybe getting the recognition that they deserve that the men's game's had for so many years, although it'd be a massive loss to Lincoln. The women's team is pretty good. They have a lot of women representing us at the Olympics. They have a lot of women in the England team. So how can you justify taking a club away from Lincoln and rebranding it Notts County?
Well, I think he's still a good enough driver, despite coming to the tail end of his career at 37. And, maybe a McLaren, but he could also go to a mid-grid team and think about joining the Force Indias, the Saubers, the Williams, the Lotus, and maybe push them on to get a few more championship points. But nonetheless, he is still a good driver, but I do think he should have left when Vettel's dominance did start in Formula 1. Well, no, not really. It's a championship club, and the championship team that he's coming from hasn't exactly done very well this season. They've gone through countless managers. They've been a bit trigger-happy on the managers. We've had Ian Holloway, Michael Appleton, the caretaker managers. Now with Paul Ince, it's his son. Will he sell his son 5 to 6 million? I don't think so.
Well, it's all about it. If it's your son, you're probably inclined to get a bit more for him if you can, aren't you? You want to give him the best price possible. But then again, it's another case of an Englishman being overpriced. I think he's better off. I think he'll go to France. I think he'd be better off there. The style of play, it will suit him down to a T more. PSG, they're obviously buying a lot of players at the minute, spending big. They're after fast-paced, quick-passing players, and I think he'll fit right into their team. Whereas Manchester United, they've gone for more kind of, they've got in a centre, they've got the holding midfielders who like to keep the ball and wait for other people to move forward. Paris Saint-Germain, swift, straightforward, no nonsense.
Yeah, I'd agree. I'd say either stay where he is or Paris Saint-Germain. They're obviously 2 very good, very well-backed teams in terms of money.